Daniel always ignored voice messages. He preferred texts short, efficient, emotionless. Life had taught him that emotions slowed you down. At 32, he had what people called success: a high-paying job, a modern apartment, and a calendar booked weeks ahead. But there was one voice message he never deleted. It was from his father. "Son, call me when you get time. I just want to hear your voice." Daniel had listened to it once, then he saved it. Then life moved on. Daniel grew up in a small town where dreams felt too big for the streets they lived on. His father, Michael, worked double shifts at a factory and spent weekends fixing broken appliances for neighbors, never charging, always smiling. "Why do you help everyone for free?" Daniel once asked as a teenager. Michael shrugged. "Because one day you'll need help too." Daniel left home the moment he could. At first he called often, then less. Then rarely. Michael never complained. Every Sunday at exactly 6 p.m., Daniel's phone would ring. If Daniel answered, Michael was happy. If not, he left a voice message. Always the same tone, calm, proud, loving. Years passed. Daniel's world became faster, louder, and lonelier. One Monday morning, Daniel received a call from an unknown number. "Is this Daniel Carter?" a woman asked. "Yes, this is St. Mary's Hospital. Your father was admitted last night." Daniel froze. "What happened?" "He collapsed at home. We tried everything." The pause felt endless. "I'm sorry." Daniel drove for 4 hours in silence. No music, no calls. Just regret sitting in the passenger seat. At the hospital, the nurse handed him a small plastic bag. Inside were his father's wallet, keys, and an old phone. "He asked us to give this to you," she said. Daniel sat in his car and turned the phone on. One unread voice message. His hands trembled as he pressed play. "Hey son, it's me again," Michael's voice said, slightly weaker than before. "I know you're busy. You always are. I just wanted to tell you I'm proud of you. Even if you don't come back, even if you don't call. I love you. Always." Daniel broke. He screamed, he cried. He hit the steering wheel until his hands hurt. That night, Daniel slept in his childhood room. Everything felt smaller except the silence. The next morning, he found a notebook on the kitchen table. Inside were dates, notes, small sentences. "Daniel called today. Best day. No call, but that's okay. Left a message. Hope he's happy." Every page felt like a quiet sacrifice. Daniel stayed in town longer than planned. He visited the factory, the neighbors, the people his father had helped. Everyone had a story. "He fixed my heater in winter. He drove me to the hospital. He listened when no one else did." Daniel realized something painful. His father had been rich in ways Daniel never understood. Before leaving, Daniel stood at his father's grave. "I'm sorry," he whispered. "I thought I had time." Weeks later, Daniel quit his job. He moved back to the small town. People were shocked. "You had everything," they said. Daniel shook his head. "I was missing everything." He started a small repair shop. Just like his father. He charged less. Sometimes nothing. Every Sunday at 6 p.m., Daniel sat quietly and listened. Not to a voice message, but to the lesson it carried. Love doesn't need attention. It just needs presence. Daniel kept the phone. Not as a reminder of loss, but as proof that love had tried to reach him. And one day he finally listened.